Right, John Moore, Senior VP of Marketing, Performance Design Products.
John, what are you showing here at GDC?
Today we're showing Mars here at GDC. So Mars is a new technology that we have. We're bringing light guns back to console and PC. Light guns, as you know, were around 25 years ago. They kind of went on a hiatus. They came back in the form of a IR emitter with the Wii and other platforms. But what we're bringing is really going to revolutionize this method of gameplay.
So I have to say, I was really impressed with the accuracy of the gun that you're showing here on the show floor, as well as the muscle memory of myself constantly trying to shoot off screen to reload, because that's what I did when I went to the arcades when I was a kid.
Yeah, and still, to this day, what we found, from going to arcades is these are still the most popular games that are out there. So you have House of the Dead, you have Walking Dead, very popular game. Time Crisis. But these games have survived at the arcades and kind of continued on from the arcades, but they really haven't performed very well on the console. And that really is due to the fact that the play control just wasn't there. If you had an IR emitter, either, below the camera or below the TV or above the TV, it was all about relative positioning, right? When you had when you were having your Wii remote or your other controller facing towards the screen. This is about accuracy and speed, so no lag and super accurate. So we can actually develop games that really haven't been thought of before.
So talk about how the technology works.
Okay, so it is actually a low-power infrared camera, and this is actually a 3D model of what our camera is going to look like. That'll actually sit in front of the screen. It doesn't have to be directly in front of the screen. It could be to the side, it could be below the screen. As long as it can see the entire screen, that'll be hardwired to console and or PC, specific to console or PC. And then the guns actually have a low-power IR emitter, laser, that literally, the camera would actually pick up where you're going to be pointing on the screen, but it's very exact, very precise. If you point to a specific pixel on the screen, that's the pixel that you're actually going to be shooting. And this camera is, this is our design. Coloration will be changing a little bit. It has basic controller functionality with buttons in the back, on the side, your basic trigger, and then also allows for a cocking motion to either reload or maybe even change weapons. It also has a built-in accelerometer, so we could build games of the future where you could actually draw the game up and shoot.
You're trying to make this hardware basically future-proof.
Exactly, and there's expandability for this as well. So imagine you could play a 3D game, move around in a 3D environment. There's actually a port on the bottom, so you could have a nunchuck type of control, move around in a 3D environment, and actually then fire anywhere on the screen versus a standard shooter today where you're literally positioning wherever you're going to be shooting in the exact center of the screen. This allows for a much different, much more interesting, we think, method of gameplay.
Is there any way, are you guys working on a way to support VR games with this peripheral?
No, but I think this is kind of like, it's much different. It's actually real reality, not, virtual or augmented reality. We have talked to some developers here at the show, though, about taking some of their shooting games that are on VR and actually applying them with our technology and making them playable on console.
When do these peripherals come out, and how much will they be?
We're targeting mid-February of 2019, and the package that we will be selling at retail will be a game. We have two games currently in development. We have Cubit's Quest, which is a E10 plus game, and then we have Voyage of the Dead. That's an M-rated title. It'll be a game plus gun plus camera. $79.99 is the targeted MSRP.
And then how much? You used to put up to 4 guns. How much are each additional gun?
We're targeting $29.99. Not exactly sure on final cost on that, but I think we'll see some retailers maybe doing some bundling, so maybe a secondary gun, maybe at a $99 price point. But we're really going to be kind of celebrating that whole 4-player couch co-op, which we think we're really bringing back with this technology. It appeared years ago when people played GoldenEye. It's kind of gone away in a little bit. Gaming has become social, but more in an isolated way with VR and people playing with headsets, single player. In a room. Maybe they're playing with their friends online, but this is kind of what what we did with the Wii, which was like 4 people playing together, playing Wii tennis as a family, right? So mom, dad, siblings. The unique thing about guns is This laser gun, you don't need to know how to shoot a gun. You don't need to know how to play a video game. You point to the screen and you shoot. It's very simple.
And how are the guns powered?
2 AA batteries. We're doing full testing now to determine how many hours of gameplay that you actually get, but it's a very low powered infrared laser that comes out of the gun, so we think we'll get dozens of hours of gameplay out of those 2 AA's.
And where can people find more information about this product?
Well, they can go to mars.pdp.com to find out more information, and then stay tuned. We'll be showing a lot more of the game in the months ahead.